tell Jason we weren't going to be long. This is so much fun that we might just take the car for a little bit longer. Hi guys, Scott here from Outlaw Garage. We're back at Renner Auto. Today we're going for a spin in the Renner Auto reimagined Speedster. The clutch, the pedal positioning, this just feels like, again, a standard 356. The shifter is made, it's a billet shifter, so you don't get that slop like you would do in a standard 356. So we'll try and get past a couple of cars. So the shifter self-centers on third and fourth, so it's easy to swap between those. To get it into first and second, you just push it over to the left a little bit. Fifth gear, and then it's got reverse down to your right. And although the shifter's really tight, 5 gears, all billet, it still has that sound, which when you're changing gears, again, it's part of that experience of being in this and still experiencing the elements of what the original 356 was like. It is nice to have a speedo that works actually in the 356 as well. That's a big change.
Hey, good looking German.
Hey, how are you? Nice day for a drive, isn't it?
Off the lunch.
That power steering as well is an absolute delight. It took me a little while to get used to that third gear because, again, that feeling of my brain is telling me I'm in a 356, therefore third I've got to wiggle around, where really you just got to, the car makes it easy for you, so you just got to kind of let it flow. Now I'm kind of getting into that a little bit more. Just slides into third, or off you go. But the car is very good at tricking your brain that you're in a 1960s or 50s car. Getting an old Porsche and move the steering wheel, and sometimes the front wheels don't actually move. In this, you just responsive. It's on point. And here we go. Here's the speed bump. Just so nice. There we go. My third gear's getting a lot better. Just slots in. We are kind of hoping to get down to the beach in this and grab a coffee or something. But at the moment, we're just kind of enjoying driving it. Look at this. See there, over a set of railway lines, and you hardly notice it. Now, admittedly, our 356 is low, so every small bit of gravel on the road you feel, but over a railway line, and this thing is just smooth. This thing's like a pocket rocket. It's strange because with the original style steering wheel under your fingertips, you want to drive the car as though it is an original 356. So when you come up to a roundabout, you're in second gear, or you're feeling the car go round a corner, you want to handle it like it's an original 356. But of course, it handles and drives so differently, and then all of a sudden you feel that as you're in the corner or on a roundabout, and you can kind of go through like a very much more modern car, but you get all that, I guess, tactile sensation with it being on your fingertips and under your feet and sat in an environment like this. And you still get all the retro sounds in the car. The indicator sounds exactly like mine. I'm always kind of reaching down below because I'm used to my handbrake, the Spider handbrake down below, but of course in this it's over to your right hand side. Kind of amazing how you kind of get used to just resting your hand there. The clutch is nice and light as well, like you can sit here in first gear waiting at the traffic lights. Like I said, it just has all that authentic 356 throw you back in time kind of feel, but just drives like a modern car. Okay, so as you hopefully would have seen, we've just been out for a spin in the Renner Auto Speedster. Got cameras all over it today. Got the highly successful 360. We do have a GoPro over there as well. And what we've done is we've taped one down here. So hopefully we're going to get some audio from the rear end, because it does sound particularly nice. Sounds a little bit different obviously with the Subaru motor and the turbo in it, but we thought we would try and do that. So there's a little behind the scenes of how we've hopefully done that. Hopefully the audio's come out really well. I think we've covered a lot of the car before, but there's the driving position. So just before we take the car back to Jason, because we have been out in it longer than we thought we would be today, we thought we'd cover some of our highlights in the car as we've taken it for a bit of a spin. So first off is the feel of the car. It absolutely makes you feel the touch through your fingertips, the sound of the car as it's on idle, and just the whole environment of where you're sat in the car. It makes you feel like you're in an original 356. Absolutely. And then there's the difference then of when you tap the accelerator, when you're changing gear, that all of a sudden it's that power, the directness, the energy of the car, which feels modern but not too disconnected from the car. So it all slots together, I guess, like a jigsaw puzzle very, very well, and doesn't feel disconnected at any point. The car comes together as a result absolutely fantastically. There's a big part of this car that makes me kind of feel, I wonder what this is like out on track. And I know Jason has talked about they've been putting some anti-roll bars on the back. I think they've got some stiffer ones to put on so that it's a little bit tighter. I didn't really feel like it kind of needed that, but it did make me feel, yeah, absolutely great getting a coffee and driving around in this. But what would this be like to throw around on track? I imagine it is an absolute blast. So in all honesty, kind of blown away by the experience today in the Renner Auto Speedster. I think it might take a little bit of time, and I'm not too sure if we'll do the outro again, because just that feeling when you're sat in the car and all your senses want to tell you that you are in an original Speedster, and then when you go to change gears, you put your foot on the accelerator pedal and the car has that little bit of a lift at the front and goes, and you get that whistle of the turbos. It's that real connection between a 356 and definitely our 930. I can feel the linkage between the two of the cars, and that's probably the turbo and the originality and the reimagination of the Speedster itself. But there's a real connection there that I don't know if my senses can connect the two as well at the moment, but great fun to drive. And definitely makes me think about how that car will be on track and on a fun drive. So we've been out with Jason on a few drives before, and we've seen a massive smile on his face, and we can absolutely tell why he would smile like that driving this car. So we'll put a link for Renner Auto below. I hope you've liked the two videos that we've done. Jason did a bit of a tour of the workshop, and then we've had a drive in the car today. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. So we'll see you later, guys. Bye.